Random fact. In a room full of 23 people, there's a 50% chance that two of them will share a birthday. Random fact. In a room full of 75 people, this figure rises to 99%. Random fact. The Australian Army once lost a war to emus. Those are flightless birds. Random fact. The second highest number of not outs in one-day international cricket is of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. The largest number of not outs in one-day international cricket is that of Muthaiya Muralitharan. How cool is that? I like random facts. I like learning about acts of fate twisted just a little blink and you miss it. My fidgeting mind flickers, my eyes searching the smallest significant snippets. Nothing escapes my searching synapses. A quarter of a century has elapsed and I have been the perpetual notepad. Random fact. Do you know that there are dicks graffitied onto the Great Wall of China that are older than most modern countries? There are treasures buried in all kinds of dictionaries and libraries. Random fact, the largest penis to body size ratio out of any animal is that of the barnacle. That's a sea creature. Random fact, barnacles attach themselves to shark bodies and eat them from the insides like parasites. Random fact, the more people die of domestic violence every year than shark attacks. Random fact, in shark populations, just like with every other animal, the number of females is slightly more than the number of males. But random fact, the sex ratio in India in 2016 was 940. Random fact, I'm afraid of random facts. Because the world doesn't seem as peaceful or good as it used to be. My gaze keeps falling upon these pieces of information about constant devastation, these bad hallucinations about the sort of world that we've made. And I'm afraid to look at the news because no news is good news. I choose to look away, but like a hook, random facts grab me, make bullet-sized holes in my soul. My soul needs shields. My soul needs force fields because these days it feels like every fact whacks me back, throws me off track. Random fact, did you know that in the Iraq war, Morocco offered 2,000 monkeys to help clear landmines? Signs of the end times abound all around. Did you know that in 2016 we found that we've already reached the maximum carbon dioxide threshold? The oceans are dying and crying children trying to believe that the universe is merely indifferent and not malevolent. Random facts are vicious creatures that will weaponize facts, weapons. Random fact. Do you know a javelin missile costs as much as 182.34 Afghani citizens would make in a year if they manage to survive? I strive so hard to believe, but in this violence, it's so hard. It takes an immense amount of effort to wear your hope upon your sleeve every day before you leave, because right there, goddamn, random fact, do you know we have enough nuclear weapons to wipe this planet out 300 fucking times over? Or maybe it's 303. How the fuck does it matter? Every day I see walls splattered with the previous day's murder statistics. Random fact, did you know India officially has 150 extremely poor districts? I mistook facts for my friends, but now I walk afraid in the streets. I lie awake in the sheets, wondering if I will ever be able to forget enough to be able to sleep. Random fact, I slept well the last time 3 months ago. Random fact, no one's ever swallowed 7 spiders a year while sleeping. That one's bullshit. Random fact, the average adult today sleeps 1 hour lesser than they would have in the 1940s. Fuck this. Random fact, I wish I could just sleep right now because it's getting so hard to believe. I used to love knowing more about facts, but these days it's become so difficult. It wasn't like this before. Foreclosures and bailouts and banking systems breaking your back brick by brick. The walls get bigger, barbed wire fences, border walls. Random fact, do you know that on the 9th of November 1989, when the Berlin Wall fell down, swathes of East Germans rushing into the West were greeted with flowers. They were greeted with flowers. Random fact, the daily death rate, which used to be 350 soldiers per 100,000 soldiers in the Second World War, has now gone down to 1.4. Random fact, ALS, the degenerative motor neuron disease for which we had the ice bucket challenge, is about to be cured very soon, because apparently we managed to raise enough money to fund the isolation of the gene. Random fact, HIV patients in a lot of countries have higher lifespans than those who don't have HIV. Random fact, 500 elephants living in this small park in Malawi in Africa were being attacked by poachers, and they were transported to a bigger, safer park. I'm sorry, I don't understand this. Is this some sort of deception? Is this an act of the administration, some sort of misrepresentation, a deliberate miscalculation? Random fact, decriminalization of homosexuality now spans 100 countries. What are these entries? Random fact, panda populations are rising and people are sharing, and we're caring enough about tigers to see their numbers rising. The ozone layer is repairing. My soul is a fighter with both eyes black and blue, back broken, but these aren't token statements designed to make me feel better or to save my searing soul. This is serious statistical support. Let me think. The random fact, in 2016, over 200 people attended the funeral of a homeless World War II veteran who didn't have a family. Random fact, in 2016, 50 million trees were planted in India on the same day. This is a world record, 50 million. Random fact, the entire country of Portugal ran on solar fucking power for 4 fucking days. I'm sorry, I just think my thinking is skewed. We're screwed. We're used to this abuse by the news, so obtuse. It's like no news is good news, because I think bad news is a golden goose. Are we still on air? Because this is off script. I have something to tell you guys today. Don't panic. It's getting better. It really is. It's been getting better since forever. I have random facts. That's what I do, right? I have random facts to make you feel better. Here we go. Random fact. Death due to heart disease is down 70%. Random fact. The Anglican Church no longer recognizes same-sex unions and opposite-sex unions as anything different. Random fact. Toys R Us holds a Christmas shopping special for autistic children in which they maintain the noise levels to 0 and have people helping them out. Random fact. The population of manatees, which was an endangered species, is suddenly on the rise. Random fact, there is this computer that can predict cancer with the accuracy of 90%. Random fact, there's a grandma somewhere knitting sweaters for little penguins. Random fact, the right to privacy was upheld as a fundamental right in India last week. Random fact, you know what? There are hopeful people on the street holding on to their hope like a flickering little flame under a fan. We're not happy with how hard is it to be hopeful, but we are hoping. Random fact, there are thousands of us on the street walking about every day, leading our lives so that we may have a better today. It's what we do as a species. Some of us, most of us. Don't let anyone ever talk to you like your soul is anything like a kite bound by mere destinies. Like impossible is something you can define in dictionaries. Like something printed on dead trees could tell you what you can and cannot do. Remember, possible is written in your tongue and in your hands and on your very bodies, and not in dictionaries, but in your dreams. I know you sleep with your eyes ever so slightly open so that you can let tomorrow in to meet all the hopes that you hide within. A random fact. Birds appear to dream of singing when they sleep. So the next time you're sleeping and you're dreaming, random fact, no, random bit of advice. Remember to dream.